Very good morning to everyone. This is Saral Agrawal, student of Jawaharlal Lake City University, intern of Vakil Coach. Here, I got an opportunity to deliver this speech on the topic separation of power in India. So basically, separation of power is a part of basic structure of Indian Constitution, even though it is not specifically mentioned in it. Before moving forward, I would like to throw some light on the basic structure of Indian Constitution. It is a part of constitution which cannot be changed by parliament through any amendment act after the verdict of Justice Hansraj on the case of Keshwaran Bharti versus State of Kerala. Now the first question is, what is separation of power? The premise behind the concept of power is that when a person or group has a large amount of power, they can become dangerous to citizens. Separation of power is a method of removing the amount of power in any group's hand, making it difficult to abuse. There are three main characteristics of government functioning. First, the legislature which make laws, executive who execute law, and the judiciary, the one who prevent law and use it when we need it. These three powers and function of the government must be needed in a free democracy. Always be kept separate and exercised by separate organs of the government. Thus, the legislature cannot exercise executive or judiciary power. The executive cannot exercise legislature and judicial power. There are many economists who given the theory which helps to run the government. One of them is Montesquieu. He was a French professor concluded that best form of government, one which the legislature, executive and judicial power was separate and kept to each other in check to prevent any branch to become too powerful. He believes that uniting these powers as in monarchy of Louis XIV will lead to despotism. According to him, the doctrine of separation of power in the true sense is very rigid, and there is one of the reason of why it is not strictly accepted by the large number of countries in the world. The main objective as per the Montesquieu doctrine of separation of power is that there should be government of law rather than having will and whim of the officials. Also, another most important feature of this doctrine is that there should be independence of judiciary, that is, it should be free from the other organs of the state as and if it is so, then justice would be delivered properly. The judiciary is the scale through which one can measure the actual development of the state. If the judiciary is not independent, then it is the first step towards the hierarchy from the government. It is a power is concentrated in a single hand, and if it is so, then there is a percent chance of misuse of power. Hence, the doctrine of separation of power to help a vital role in the creation of a fair government and also fair and proper justice in dispensed by the judiciary, as there is the independence of judiciary. Also, the importance of the above said doctrine can trace back to an early in 1789, where the Constituent Assembly of France in 1789 was the view that there would be nothing like constitution in the country where the doctrine of separation of power is not accepted. So here I conclude the final statement that the separation of power is a safeguard between public policies and the government. Thank you.